Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you all having a great day. Thank you for watching. Today we're talking about Arc Raiders update 1.13.0. And this is similar to the video I did yesterday, but this is patch notes, so we get a lot more information. That being said, I'll put a link in the pinned comment so you guys can check it out, and I'll also put a link in the top right corner so you can check out yesterday's video. So let's go ahead and hop into it. First up, what's new? Solos versus squads. If you're a solo over level 40, you can match make with squads, and if you join in, you get 20% bonus XP even if you don't extract safely. Next up, trophy display. It's a long-term project where you can hunt down Arc and you get some decent rewards out of it. It says you can get blueprints, a howl emoji, a guitar, coins, and there's no fixed amount of time for this to end, so you can just do it whenever you want, and it will not be impacted by expedition resets. Bird City. So flocks of birds have moved into Buried City and making their nests in empty chimneys. So you can basically just loot those for shiny trinkets and whatnot. And there will be birds on zip lines. So moving around on zip lines will actually cause birds to be disturbed. So it should be more combat on rooftops and whatnot. 2 new items. 2 types of epic augments have been added. I haven't seen what those are yet. 7 new quests, and it links back to the trailer that I did a video on yesterday. So I'm guessing it has to do with the solo versus squads or the trophy display patch highlights. So now there's open parties. It basically just makes parties easier to join. Squad invites. Now squad mates can invite people, not just the party leader. Achievements have been fixed. Stellamonte Steed Vault extracts fixed. Mouse smoothing option added. And gamepad rebinding. Content and bug fixes. Achievements. Fix an issue causing progress towards enemy of my enemy achievement not to be tracked. Fix an issue causing the hook, line, and sinker achievement not to be tracked correctly. Arc traversing obstacles has now been improved. Leapers now walk better when it loses its legs. Dead shredders now properly labeled as scavengeable when pinged. Fix an issue with snitches would abort calling down Arc if players threw a lure grenade. Snitches will no longer make noise after destroyed. Fix an issue where spotters would follow the player into buildings and get stuck. This is a good one. When grabbed by a tick, players would now have a brief window where they can dodge roll and remove the tick. Audio. Fix an issue where emotes were missing voice lines. Fix voice chat cutting out in some cases. And improve voice chat connection. Map fixes. The type of containers that spawn condition specific blueprints have been lowered during magnetic storms, hidden bunker, and locked gate. Raise the chances of finding higher tier weapons and weapons crates. Slightly lowered the chance finding matriarch and queen unique parts in their armor, make it a bit harder to get them without destroying them completely. Fix multiple containers across the map that were not interactable. Fix a raider hatch timing bug that the camera would get stuck when the transaction failed. Damn battlegrounds. Tweak some of the cliffs around the raider outpost tower where players would get stuck. Adjusted the elevator shaft collision, preventing players from getting stuck in the control tower. Fix collision issues inside the pattern house at Dam Battlegrounds. Fix an issue where players could reach the unintended location and water treatment. Buried City. Removed an invisible wall and a nook beneath the Buried City highway. Remove the musical puzzle. The guitar is now approachable by Shanti. Fix an issue where rocks and grass could float in the air at Spaceport. Adjusted Arc spawn locations during hidden bunker on bunker antennas to try to make sure they can't spawn directly on top of the antenna. Stellamontes. Fixed the Seed Vault extraction glitch on Stellamontes that allowed players to remain in the extraction point after it had closed. The night rating lighting has been updated with most lamps turned off. Fix 40 locations for players who frequently get stuck. Fix the Bastion Stellamontes from being able to spawn out of bounds and attack players through walls. And we have a bunch of miscellaneous fixes and movement things here in UI. Utility, quests. The anti-cheat's actually pretty interesting. They give you a progressive 3-strike system. So first day's 30 days, then 60 days, and the final time you're going to be permabanned for cheating. So that's pretty good. There's also some known issues here. If you guys are interested in checking out all these more in depth, like I said, I'll put a link in the pinned comment. But most of these things you'll probably just notice when you're playing the game. It's not going to be that big of a deal for you. I read most of the important stuff. That being said, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And if you guys want to stay up to date with Arc Raiders, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And I'll catch you all later. Deuces.